Hey everybody, I hope your day is going well as you're watching this. Hey everybody, I hope your day is going well as you're watching this. Hey everybody. So we're going to be doing some Starfinder prep using Fantasy Grounds Unity. I'm going to be reading some text, so I'm going to go ahead and make this scale a little bit bigger for everybody to see. You do this by, first thing you want to do is move your chat box up a little bit, like I have here. And you do that by right clicking in the chat box, unlocking it, and then you can manipulate it. Because if you make, it's not the end of the world. You can still fix it if you do this, if you don't do this first. But if it's down here and you make everything bigger, then it will drop off the edge of the page. So to stop that from happening, you shrink it first. Let me go ahead and fix my background. All right, and so you type in the chat box /e scale UI, SCALE UI, altogether one word, and then the parameters are 50 to 200. For streaming, I go about 100 or 95. Let's try 100 and see how that works. There we go. So it makes it a lot bigger for you guys to see. Makes everything bigger, sort of like hitting Control on a window, Control plus or Control minus. So right now our group is in this office. Let me pull this up for you guys. They're at the Secure Tech office. So this map looks like this without any of this on the bottom. But it's the whole place is covered with mold to varying degrees. Some places are worse than others. And there are a couple of sections that don't have any mold. They're supposed to stand out. So boom, I've got various mold that I added in here. Different molds. So and this is supposed to be one of the bad places. This is the worst place. This has no mold on it. These have no mold on it. So anyway, enough bragging about my mapping skills and imaging skills. I do have these videos. I did this during my streams, so you can watch here at just search the YouTubes and look at my playlist. So go Svenster77, search YouTube for Svenster77. Once you get to my page, go to my playlist, and you'll see the same thing as it says as it doesn't say today because I messed it up. All right, I didn't notice this yesterday either. Boy, I am slacking. They call me. See, this is why I can't get affiliate because mistakes like this. Prepping for Starfinder. Let's switch this. There we go. Anyway, so once you're on D&D, once you're on your YouTube, you search my name and you're on my playlist. Look for Prepping for Starfinder using Fantasy Grounds Unity. And it'll be, see, this is 35, so it's probably going to be about 32, 34, one of those three. Just look in the description and you'll see messing with the map. You can skim through, fast forward through it. I usually listen to my YouTube videos at 1.5 speed typically. Sometimes if I'm listening to a role playing, I'll do it ×2. But so this is where they are now. The point is they're obtaining information to get into what's called the Temple Found. They are up here right now. That's where the A stands for. It's them. They're going to go here into the Temple Found. So let's go ahead and there's all your data dump. For those of you at home who want to know. What I'm looking for is the map. Here it is, the map. Boom, I started some of this already. So we may switch campaigns here in a little bit. This is the overall dungeon master map with the different designations and such. I don't think I changed anything in this as far as the map goes, as you can see, because we will disable line of sight and lighting because there is no lighting variance in here. Everything is broken down. Slime covers the surface of these chambers. There's a creature in here. I'm going to need to boost the creature up a little bit. My players have done quite a few things outside the standard. I went to the wrong room. Outside the standard storyline. So they're about 2 levels higher than they should be. All right, so when you're looking at these type of situations and how you want to handle this type of thing, you have a couple options on how you can improve or increase the difficulty of the encounter. You can boost the creature that's already there, or you can just add creatures, both of which are valid. Keeping in mind, anytime you have one creature, your PCs are just going to wipe it pretty much anytime. That's why D&D has these layer actions and other things. Starfinder typically with their boss battles has a boss with a bunch of minions. So I think in this particular case, all I'm going to do is just add a couple oozes. Not a bunch of high level, but just some couple small ones. It'll change it from a 1 round fight to maybe 2 or 3 fights. So we're going to go here. I've used ooze before. Here we go, slimes. This is a quantum slime It has a CR of challenge rating of 15. So a little bit bigger than what I was looking for. However, this body snatcher slime is only a CR 3. Commandeer hosts to experience life through their senses. Body snatcher slime never grows to occupy more than several cubic feet. Let me see what size this thing is. This is a small, okay? So it's not tiny. All right, so I'm just reading through this ooze, seeing, so the slime is, they infect a host, so it's like a body snatcher type situation going on. All right, so it doesn't go into. All right, so I'm trying to figure. Okay, so it doesn't go into the details on this one. So let's take a look at the abilities. Body snatch. Body snatch. I know there's just so many comments out there, people waiting to use that. All right, so for body snatcher slime starts its turn grappling a small, medium, or large creature. The slime distributes itself throughout the creature's body. While infesting a creature this way, a body snatcher slime has total cover and can take no actions. However, it controls the infested creature's actions, including using equipment and weapons. Using the slimes or its host saving throw bonuses, using the host's extraordinary abilities, and using the slime's natural attack or its host's natural attacks. After 24 hours, a body snatcher must succeed a fortitude save or be forced out of the body. If it succeeds, the save can continue infecting that creature for another 24 hours. Hello, Mr. Rhino. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it very much. Very, very much. I need those views. Um, don't worry, there's not a whole lot of spoilers in this. All right, so I like this. I like it a lot. So I'm going to throw 2 of these in here. They're not really going to fight. They're just going to try to become friends. So you got to unlock the encounter. That was already pre-built. Throw a couple of these in here. Change it to 2. have it recalculate. So this is still not going to be a challenge at all for my players, but it's going to be a little bit more than just a 3-round encounter. All right, so we're going to put these guys. This guy's going to be in here, dormant. So they may not even realize that they're. We will see. And put him up here. And we're going to see and watch which of these the players go wandering around and run into these things. Let me make sure the line of sight is set up. It is. Excellent. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, so I was leaving little bits of trash and stuff in there. Very cool. All right, so that's done. So we have our elementals. Again, you're dealing with 4 elementals. It's going to be an easy fight for them. I think in this particular case, I'm just going to boost the HP when they get there. And maybe have them focus on one NPC, each pair focus on one NPC. And by that, if you read the stats of the elementals, certain elementals will not fight creatures that are being fought by their opposite. So a fire and a fire and a water won't attack the same person, and an earth and an air won't attack the same person. So we have 2 pairs. We'll have them focus on a certain person and go from there. Let's see. Open up the encounter. So on here, I will put it, let's see, open this up. Spend note. Max and or add to their HP. Have the elemental focus on a single PC. All right, so hopefully I'll remember that. I should be able to go ahead and. Nope, you can't italicize it. Okay, that's fine. That's all good. Close it. So again, in here, there are not. Let's go back to the main Temple Forge and see. Here are the features. No lighting within the building. Ceilings are 10 feet high, 20 feet high in the secured rooms of D7. Over here, okay, 20 feet high. 15 feet high in the rest of the building. D2, where's D2? All right, so upstairs is 10 feet, 15 feet down below, 20 feet in here, okay. doors are all unlocked except where noted. So yeah, so there's no need for lighting in this whole thing. Makes it a little bit easier. It's time for a quick little quote break. You had me at acid in my butt crack. That was from Micah. Yeah, that's from the D&D in the Sven Zone. So go to Spencer77 on YouTube. Go to my playlist, D&D in the Sven Zone. My most humorous, consistently humorous stream. Although my Sven solo is pretty good, pretty funny. A couple of my Magic the Gathering ones are pretty funny. But for consistency and humor, check out D&D in the Sven Zone. Lots of fun. Okay. Trying to think if I want to denote this. 10 feet high, 20 feet, 25, 15. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump in here. This is courtyard. Yep, this is outside. Okay. Then we go into D2. This is ceiling is 10 feet high, and a door leads east. So now they go to D3. And everything in here is 15 feet high. There we go. That stretch up to brush the 15-foot high ceiling. Okay. And then the only one we have to worry about is this one. All right, so a balcony 15 feet above the floor, holding even more shells, stretches across. Okay. Line the walls around this room. Now I'm going to do it here. I'm going to say, although the ceiling is 25 feet high, a balcony 15 feet above the floor And because we added all this, we're going to move this over. Stretches across the eastern and northern walls, holding even more shelves. Alright, not perfect, but close enough. Point is, I will now not have to worry about the height of the ceilings because I can recollect because of this. Alright, I'm going to mute my mic for a moment while we deal with the vacuuming in the background. Alright, so just going through reading through these, there's a body in the southernmost office. Alright, so we need to put a body in here. Bodies I have. We go to all, and we go to body, although dead might also be a better word. So I have a dead body here. I have a lot of other dead bodies, but this one works. It's nice and not that's cool how they have these two things. All right, put our body in here. Bloop. So it should be a token. Let's check and make sure. Yes, it's a token. Okay. So now we can shift it a little bit, turn it. All right, so there we go. So if I put it here with the line of sight and stuff, if they just open the door, they won't see it. So I want them to see it. So I'm going to go ahead and move it over to here. We're going to turn it around like that. Boom. Okay. Now I'll get closer to the wall. All right. So there's their body. Oh, the other ones are empty and unused. Now let's go over to the research lab. Since the room contained desks when I discovered it, the Kish have taken this place for a kind of memorial. So they leave gifts on the desk to keep the spirits from becoming restless. So there's a hi Becky here. Is there a picture? What? There's no picture of Hi Becky? It's gonna be funny because my wife's. Aha! It is here. There is a picture. So why in the world isn't it linked? You failed. Anyway, so Hi Becky brought two of her most loyal companions into the pair of Eohees, canine creatures with powerful forearms named Q and Ro. She's trying to teach them to jump from desk to desk. That's pretty cool. All right, so and one of her pets, so Eohees. Let's see if we have a picture of the Eohees. Eohe. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. It's not what I wanted. Okay, image. Eohe. Oh yeah, they've fought these guys before. All right, so we're gonna put both of these in here. Again, I don't know why they don't have these pictures. Wham, there's Becky. Wham, there's Eohe. Okay. So we don't really need to do anything else besides the fight when it breaks out. Uh, no big deal with this. They don't look like desks, though. I don't think they did a good job with the desks. So let's add some desks, shall we? This whole thing revolves around desks. Every other room in here has desks. This one does not. And it wouldn't be as big a deal, except it specifically says the three have claimed this room as a lair, and she has been attempting to teach the two Eohes to leap from desk to desk. Well, there's nothing for them to leap from or to. So we will change that right now. Right now. Put in desk, first of all. Boom. So we have a bunch of desks. I've used these before. I haven't used these. I think I'm just going to throw this guy right here in here, since it sort of matches the color of these things anyway. So let's take our desk, open up our paint. We're going to add a paint layer, and it's going to be called, let's see, we're adding a bunch of desks. Come on. So we're going to call it shadows. Just kidding. All right, desk. Click it, make sure it's there. Take the one we want to use. Atomic Hero Squad is in his house. How are you, sir? Nice to see you. Glad you stopped by. And I do not mean that facetiously at all. That is awesome that you're here. We're just going to be adding some desks in this room. There's supposed to be a bunch of desks that this person is teaching her pets to jump from. So it's a little difficult to jump from something that's not there. All right, so the size, as you can see, is really big. We want these to be about 1 by 1. So we want them to be a little bit wider than tall. So we're going to go 1 by 1.5. Want to make sure you keep the aspect ratio. And now we're going to turn it. Okay, still a little bit big, so we're going to use the let's go to 1. Shrink it with the aspect lock. There we go. Look at that. Perfect. So let's see. We're going to turn down the opacity just a smidge down to 200. There we go. So it's not quite as bright and vibrant. Um, do we want it like this? Like this or like this? Like this or like this? I'm thinking they're going to be like this. So we hit the stamp. Zoom out. And here we go. Boom. We're just adding some deskuses. Flippity flip. Nope. There we go. Seeing if you want to mess with your players, you can have all these desks here and then have one be crooked. And they'll spend 10 minutes trying to figure out why it's crooked. The fun. I'm actually going to have this desk be gone. Be gone. It's not going to be one there. And now we flip. And I'll show you a trick here in just a moment. We're going to add shadows to them all at the same time. So I'm holding down my mouse wheel, clicking it and holding it and moving the whole map. Click, click. And this is a rabbit hole I easily and many times go down where. So as you see here, I made a mistake. Just erase. And, I can add computers to the desks. I could add, a little legal calendar. I could add all this stuff, jars and bottles to all the desks and stuff. But we're not going to. I'm going to add some. I might add some dirt and stuff to it because these are pretty clean. But then again, keep in mind when you get ready to go down these rabbit holes, I'm going to be adding shadows and then I may or may not add some little aging to it. But that's pretty much all I want to do because there's a fight in here. So there's going to be fighting for about 10 minutes. And that's it. Then they're going to leave and never see these things again. Again, and because of line of sight, they will never, they won't be seeing. These are all blocked. Let's see what the line of sight is like in here. Oh, no, it's not. It's open. Okay. Interesting. So they will see the whole room. Anyway, let's go back to our painting layer, our desks. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to take this and we're going to go duplicate selected layer. So now we have our copy. We're going to go to the layers section, take our copy, and we're going to take the tint and we're going to bring these two down all the way to 0, this down to 50. That's just my standard shadow settings, and then this down to 100. Might go a little bit lower than that, we'll see. That's the opacity. And then you take the whole thing have the layer select, and we go click, and you shift it. We'll zoom in, and we'll shift it. Hold down Control so you have freedom. We're going to shift it over to here. Boom. And then we take and put this below the desk. Bam. Instant shadows everywhere, all over your desks. For all your desks, you have shadows now. And if you want to, you could rename this desk shadow. All right, so now we're going to go back to our desks, go back to our painting layer, make sure we still have desk selected. And now we're going to grab some, we'll make it a little dirty. Literally by adding dirt. Dirt. So we have all this dirt stuff. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of a couple of these throughout. Let's start with this guy. Throw him over here. Poof. You can see here what it looks like. It's a little too dark, but not much. So we're going to take him down to 190. So it's a little less dark. We're going to throw him here. Boom. Oops, we want to make a stamp first. Boom. And then you can, I want to be able to see the room all at once. I don't want it to be too precise. So see how the dirt and stuff is up here. And there is some on the floor and things. So that's why I'm adding this to the desks and things that are here. So now you can rotate it so it doesn't look like you're doing the same thing. Boom. You can also change the size, make it, bring it up. And bring it down. All right, now we're going to go with our dirt. Let's go with this guy, like him. And again, we're going to bring him way down to maybe 100. And we're going to shrink it. Just going to slap him right on there, bam, just like that. And we're going to shift to twisty, twisty, bam. Make it a little bit bigger. Shift it. Boom. Now change the tint. We're going to change it, make it a little bit green. A little bright for green. Let's make it darker. So it just looks a little different. And shift, twisty, twisty, twisty. Make it a little smaller. So you can see it's starting to break up a little bit of these desks, making them look a little bit older. Last thing we'll do is we'll go to this guy. Slap him on there. What happens if we turn him yellow? Nothing. Okay. Yeah, remember when you change the color, you're changing the color based on what the color that's already there. So that's why like snow is a good choice for these type of things, because you can then make it any color because it's white. But what we are going to do is turn down the opacity again to 100. Do a little rotate, rotate, boom. Put some on the floor, although the floor looks pretty good so far. We can add it on top of the ones we already have. Again, just breaking it up, making it look a little different. Shifty, shifty, shrinky, shrinky. And if you add multiple layers of the same thing, where it overlaps, it'll be darker. So it's pretty nice. All right, so I think we're good. Not every desk has to be dirty. Um, just want it to be clear that these are not fresh, sparkly new desks. All right, so we're good. We're set. We're ready for those. Got a few minutes left with this encounter. Again, we want to, yeah. So see, it's not a huge deal, but it's like bink, bink, bink. Three the exact thing. Would it have been that hard to twist one of them, change it, make it a little different, you know? Anyway, that's what they do with the books. You got books here, a set, and a set, and they put and combined them. See, just change things up a little bit. Anyway, close our assets, put this back on play mode. Now let's go back over to the last room in here. So at this point, they can either go this way or they go this way. This is the way they want to go, if I'm not mistaken, for the story. Um, let's check out what this says. These areas are beyond the scope of this adventure. The weapons testing facility is large and holds many more dangers and rewards. It would take a few days to explore. The PCs should feel as if they are under time limit. However, it's on searching the entire structure. There are a couple places they can visit. Um, there's the manufacturing floor. And then there's the research labs. All right, so then this does not, there are no maps for either of these sections. So let me take a look again at the map of Istamak and see. All right, so here's the temple found. They come in here, through here. Let me zoom out on this, correlate it with this. So this is on top of this one, so I'm presuming this is this. And it goes to here. So this is not quite as accurate because this door looks like it would be right here. So the other parts of the factory would be up here. That's what's missing. All right, so at this point, it's really choice. Do I want to allow them to keep doing it? Because my group, like I said, I threw them into a different adventure. It's called Signal of Screams, which is like a horror. And they did that for a couple months, where they were supposed to be on vacation, and then the shadow plane started creeping in, and they had to figure out why and how and stop it from happening because everybody was having these nightmares and everything was awful for them. Um, they seemed to enjoy it. It was a lot of fun, but the point is they gained a couple levels. There's the whole concept of this Dead Sun things is they're under a time crunch. This cult of the Devourer and the Eoxian fleet called the Bone Fleet are supposed to be uh, racing to get this massive weapon called the Stellar Degenerator that can destroy suns. And the group is trying to stop this from happening because the cult of the Devourer just wants to destroy things. And so they will simply go from sun to sun to sun, destroying each sun and moving on, um, rejoicing in the happiness that they're appeasing their deity and bringing destruction on everybody. Um, so, despite all this, on Istamak, you're supposed to, you land, you go here, you go here, here, up to where they are now, and into here, and leave. Instead, they came here, and then they explored, 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 came back, explored, explored, up through here, went to their ship for the night, came back to this 80-story building and started exploring this 80-story building. We spent a couple months in that place. Then they decided, okay, well, hey, I guess 50 floor stories is enough of this place. Let's go back down. So they left, went back over to here. Then they finally decided, okay, let's go up here. And they went here and then where they are now. So they've spent a whole lot of time, probably 3 days extra at this point in game time. Real time, it's been months on this Istamak Island. So what I'm going to do is I'm not this time I'm not going to have there be these other areas of the foundry. They're just not going to exist. Um, maybe I'll do theater of the mind and just say, hey, there's a manufacturing floor and there's a research lab. But I don't even think I'm going to do that. They've got a lot of gear. They've got a lot of loot from going up through all those levels of the things they've leveled up more than they should have, everything else. So I just want to get done with this chapter, get them off of Istamak so we can move on to the next book. So that is what we're going to do. I'm not going to have these other areas be here. After they get done with this main fight, they will be done. So when they're in here, the last place is D6. Where'd my close? We got a lot too many windows open. Here we are. D6. Okay, there's one individual. Oh, there's a secret door. What? All right, a 10-foot long table ringed by chairs occupies the room. The table is scored by hundreds of gouges. On the northern wall, a metal shutter closes off a window. The Kish believe this room to simply be an antechamber to store the relics. It became tradition to carve a short line into the table. with the edge of a blade when passing through this chamber. Okay. All right, so you can then walk through the thing. Okay, so now there are tons and tons of data pads all over here. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Um, so now and there's a picture of a data pad. Da da da. Fight with Zavra. All right. So let's see what kind of encounter they have. They have 3 Kish and Zavra. No, that's probably going to make it 5 Kish and Zavra. How about these Kish? What are these? These are CR4s. So the problem with the Kish is they have archaic gear. So everything is -5 damage. So they're doing 1d8 -1 with their bow, 1d10 +4 with their Kish axe. Very cool. This is a he is a Solarian, so that's really cool. All right, so yeah, we'll definitely add some more. Boink. We're gonna make this. What other Kish do I have? I think I have some Kish Scouts. So let's change things up a bit, shall we? Go here, type in Kish. I do, I have Kish Scout, so we'll throw these guys in here. Instead of just adding more of the same, we will add a little more difference. I also don't like that they all look the same. I'll fix that in a minute. Make them hostile as well. These guys are CR5. Good. So they're a little different. All right. So all right. Let's go to the combat tracker. Right now there should only be 1 critter in there. Oh, I don't even have the bad guy in there yet. Sweet. So click this down so you can see.
Almost lost this one.
Thank you, thank you. All right, so those 3 are here. The 3 of them are on the bottom. The 2 are on top. I mean, the boss is on top. I'm going to have the 2 scouts be on top with him. So they will be here and here. All right, so we added these other two in here. I'm now going to find a different token for the boss. So again, these check marks indicate that they have been placed. It bumps it up by 1 CR. And we're going to go to our assets, go to tokens. I'm going to put in Kish first to see what pops up. So that's the only Kish we have, huh? Alrighty, alrighty, alrighty. Well, let's go back to clear this out. We are in Dead Suns Part 4. Here we go. I'm just looking at here to see if there's any other ones. So there's Hi Becky. Zale. Yeah, I'm just looking to see. I was hoping to get a different Kish just for the boss. Let's see. Can I change this in any way? If it was a picture, I could change it. I don't think they're going to notice. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this one in here because they've never. Zara, boof. Open it up again. Replace that there. So now we go to our menu. We click menu, delete from tracker, delete the foes. All right, so now we have Zara there. And what you do is you close it. And when you open it again, and you place them again, boom. Now they will all be there, and Zara is in the new token. Yay. All right. You could also go to the interwebs, look for another picture, and make the token, import the token, put it on there. Well, as they say, ain't no one got time for that. I actually could have, but it doesn't take too long to do that. But this way, now it's fixed the way I like it. I want, and I did want to check one other thing on the lighting of this room. Let's see. It says filing and organizing datapad was a single librarian. Okay. Datapads in this room have no functionality beyond storage and viewing of text documents and diagrams. Datapad can hold 10,000 pages of text and illustrations. Functions as a tier 1 computer. Okay. And if you've got what it looks like, there you go. So, they pulled down nearly every datapad in the process of when the Cult of the Devourer was here. The Zavra and his warriors returned them to the shelves, but not in any order. All right, so I'm going to say, even though it doesn't say anything about this, that he's set up light in here. So there's going to be a couple lanterns in here. So again, we go to our assets. Let's go to all. Let's see. I think I'm going to go to the Fantasy Grounds Sci-Fi Interior Decorations. See what we've got. That's a small that we could use as like a lantern, or light. I might just use this right here. I like it. There's actually a wall light, but they wouldn't have them lit. I like that machine 13. Alright, let's go to machine 13 then. Boom. Again, we're going to go to our painting layer. And we're going to go to make a new painting layer. We're going to say lights. And then we're going to add, we're going to scooch this up a little bit. Boom. Take him, throw him in here. Poof. Make sure we're selected on the lights. This is a 2x2, so because it's supposed to be some giant machine. Instead, it's going to be 0.5, not 20.5, 0.5. Keep the aspect ratio. That's fine. That'll work. And we're going to put it here, 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 and here. Keep in mind, folks, that the lighting of this room, I mean, this room, these are all walls. So by having these 4 lights, they should be able to see just fine. And actually, we'll add one more here. Boom. All right, so now you go to your lighting. So this is the only lighting in this whole building. I might throw some lighting in here just because the chick is in here with her friends, her little pets. Let me check something real quick. I want to see if they have, if the Kish have dark vision. They do have dark vision. Okay. All right, so she could be in here without having any lights on. That's fine. All right, lighting. We're going to go to add light. Preset, we're just going to put it as a, what is a beacon? Let's see, 25 and dim. Click, I'm going to add it there. Color is white, that's fine. Let's go and see what that looks like, because I'm not familiar with what a beacon looks like. All right, so that shines all throughout the whole room very brightly. Are we good with that? Let's see. How is our line of sight, by the way? So he does not have the balcony set up as line of sight. That's fine. I'll leave it the way it is because otherwise it's too confusing. All right, so we'll go to our lights. So I actually just need 3 then. So we're going to go to add light. Preset is a beacon. And we're just going to put one here, One here. There you go. So it lights up the whole room. We only need 3. And then I'm going to put one in here. As well. So we go to, so our lighting is done. We're going to go back to our painting. We're going to go to our lights, go to erase, and we go poof, poof. Okay. And now we go to painting, we go to stamp. Here we go. We're going to throw him here. And now we go back to our lighting. We go to select. We go to select light, and we move him here. All right. See, so now the whole room is lit dimly and brightly. Cool. And it looks like this little device here is giving off the light. And if we want to, actually what I'm going to do is going to go to lights, select paint layer, lights. No, layer, there it is. Go to the layer tool, lights, and then we're going to go to here and we're going to change the light to like yellow. There we go. Okay. So now when you zoom in on it, it looks like it's a light. Cool. All right. Boom. There we go. So that's what it looks like from our players. Is there a door here somewhere? Let's see. Turn it off. So there are no doors. So they'll see a light from here, shining from here. And they may hear some crashing, some laughter. Because there's no door here. I'm considering putting a door here. Nah, not gonna worry about it. We're just gonna pretend. Actually, it doesn't make any sense. There's got to be a door because otherwise, they would come running when they hear the fighting with the elementals. All right. So, nice thing is this won't take long. Door. There's a lot of doors though, so we'll pick the best one that fits. All right, we want to find one that looks sort of like these guys here. This one's not bad. It's a sci-fi door. Okay. These aren't bad either to change the color a little bit, but all right, so let's go with this guy. This one's not bad either. We'll go with our sci-fi door. Makes sense. We'll go to paint. We're going to add painting layer. Painting. Door. Doors. All right, 2 by 1. Let's see, it looks like that. We want them wider. So we're going to make this 2. There we go. And then we're going to make it a little bit thick. I mean, these doors are huge, so we're going to go a little bit more. 2.5. Notice I don't have the aspect lock on because I don't want to keep the aspect lock. I want it to be thicker. There we go. So now we turn it. Twink. All right, I don't know what that little knobby thing is. I'm going to assume that's a hinge. So we're just going to go like this. Boop. stamp, flip, there you go. Close enough. Now we go to our line of sight. We go to our, actually, I am going to fix that in a minute. But first of all, we go to door, and then we go to rectangle, and you just simply grab it. You want to make sure, so the guy who did the line of sight in this map was awesome because he put it inside the wall. Normally they do it right along the edge and you can't see the drawing. So kudos to whoever did the line of sight on this map. Great job. Anyway, you want to go all the way to the wall, otherwise they'll be able to see through it. So you go here, yoink, yoink, and the same thing with the bottom one. There we go. We have our doors. Now we go back to our drawing. Actually, I should just be able to do it this way. Painting, layers, painting. Come on. I just want to make it bigger. There we go. And we hold control. And then we flip. That's weird. Okay. So let's go this way. Poof, poof, poof. What just happened? What just happened? Where did my painting layer go? Poof. My doors, yeah, my doors, where'd they go? Interesting. I don't know what it did. I broke it. I broke it when I turned it. Don't know. Okay. So we deleted it. So we'll do it one more time. We've still got our door right here. So you could also use this as a nice door. There are several other cool looking doors in here. But we're going to go with this. Now that we know what we're doing, this is going to be 2.5. This is going to be 2.1. And then we're going to turn it. Zoom in. So even though we messed up the picture, the actual line of sight is still there. So this is going to be 2.2. 2.2. There we go. We want it a little bit bigger. Stamp. Flip. Put this back to 2.0. I mean 2.0. There we go. All right, so we have our doors. Boom. So now they will not be able to see in here. They won't be able to see the light, and they also the people in here won't be able to hear the fight that happens out here. So we are finished, folks. Thank you, Atomic Hero Squad and Rhino, for stopping by. Mr. Rhino, to you. What we did today is we tweaked a bunch of encounters, made them a little bit harder, added some tokens as necessary, tweaked the map a bit, added some deaths. So if you looking at this map, before the deaths really stood out. Now with the aging and stuff on it, it sort of blends in and sort of looks like they were originally there. So I like it. Turned out well. We added some lighting as well. Added some doors just to stop it. So we are set and ready to go. We are finished with this whole section of the Temple Found, and can hopefully they can knock this out in a couple sessions, and we'll be able to move on to the next book. Exciting stuff to occur. So thanks for hanging out. If you have questions, comments, leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, all that goodness. Check out Atomic_Hero Squad. Great guy on Twitch. Great way to start your morning. If you have any other questions or comments, I'm here on Wednesdays and on Thursdays teaching you how to use Fantasy Grounds Unity. If you want to see how this plays out, join us on Sundays. We play at 5:30 Pacific time until 8 on Thursday, or just go to the U's and the Tubes, search for Spencer77, look at the playlist, and this is Starfinder Dead Suns. I have every other week I alternate between Dead Suns and Dawn of Flame, those two adventure paths. So check them out. Like, subscribe, whatever else you do. Enjoy the rest of your day.